Ladies and gentlemen, right now, as you sit there, your body is listening, not to the noise around you, but to you, to your thoughts, to your beliefs, to your fears, to your faith. The body is not a stranger to the spirit. It is its closest friend. And here's the truth no one dares to say loudly enough. Your body is waiting for your permission to heal. Have you ever wondered why healing doesn't come? Even when medicine is taken, even when rest is given, even when time passes. It's because healing isn't just a physical affair. It's spiritual, emotional, deeply personal. And unless you speak to your body, unless you command it with truth and light, it will remain trapped in cycles of pain it cannot escape alone. You're not powerless. You've just been silent for too long. Today, I will show you how the words you speak can become medicine, how your spirit can rewire your body's very cells. This is not hope. This is not hype. This is healing waiting to happen. And it begins with what you say next. Your body is created with divine intelligence. Every cell, every nerve, every molecule is not random. It is designed by the hand of a creator who made you whole. But when trauma strikes, when fear dominates, when bitterness lingers, it corrupts the dialogue between your spirit and your flesh. You say, I'm tired, and your body hears it. You whisper, I'll never recover, and your cells comply. You believe this is who I am now, broken, and your body begins to mirror that belief. But here's what changes everything. Speak life. Speak healing. Speak divine instruction to the body that was made to respond. Say, you were created for wholeness. You are aligned with peace. You are being restored moment by moment. Pain is passing, healing is arriving. This is not denial. This is spiritual discipline. This is rewiring your soul and body connection. Every word carries a frequency. Every phrase sends a command. And every belief reshapes your biology. The human body is not a lifeless machine made up of random flesh and bone. It is a living, breathing reflection of the spirit and soul that animates it. The connection between the mind, body, and spirit is not some mystical concept. It is an observable reality, one we ignore at our peril. When we begin to understand that the body responds not only to nutrition and medicine, but also to thought, emotion, and belief, a whole new path of healing opens before us. The words we speak to ourselves, the feelings we allow to dominate our inner world, and the beliefs we carry deep in our hearts are not without consequence. They are signals sent directly to the body. And the body, like an obedient servant, begins to respond. Modern science has begun to confirm what ancient wisdom and spiritual truth have long taught, that the body is influenced, even directed, by the emotional and mental signals it receives. When a person is constantly filled with fear, worry, and despair, the body becomes tense, the immune system weakens, and sickness finds an easy doorway. On the other hand, when a person is filled with hope, love, gratitude, and faith, the body begins to flourish, cells regenerate faster, the nervous system relaxes, the immune system activates, wounds close, pain retreats. The truth is stunningly simple. The body is always listening. It listens to the inner narrative running through your mind day and night. It listens to every declaration you make about your health, your energy, your future. When you say, I'm always tired, your body prepares for exhaustion. When you say, I'm falling apart, your body receives that command and acts on it. But when you say, I am strong and I am healing, something miraculous begins to happen inside you. The body doesn't argue, it simply responds. And the more consistent your message of healing, the more powerfully your body can align with that vision. This is not about tricking yourself. This is not about pretending everything is fine when it isn't. It's about understanding that what you reinforce becomes real. Your body is not disconnected from your consciousness. It is fully intertwined with it. That's why people who live under constant stress often develop physical symptoms, ulcers, headaches, inflammation, heart disease. Their inner environment becomes toxic, and the body expresses that toxicity outwardly. But in the same way, peace and joy and faith are also forms of medicine. They create an inner environment where the body can begin to repair, restore, and regenerate. The moment you recognize that your thoughts are not harmless, that they are creative, formative, and physical, is the moment you reclaim power over your body. This isn't just about speaking positive things to yourself for the sake of feeling good. This is about taking conscious command over your healing. It's about saying to your body, you were created to thrive. You are made to recover. You will obey the truth I now speak over you. And then living from that truth daily, intentionally, and without apology. There are countless stories of people who defied medical predictions simply because they chose to believe differently. They did not let fear have the final word. They didn't surrender to statistics or symptoms. They spoke to their bodies as if they had authority, because they did. And their bodies responded. The change may not have been overnight, but it began. A shift happened. A process was initiated, and that process was fueled by belief. Your belief is a signal. It is an invisible yet powerful instruction to your biology. It says, fight or surrender, recover or decay. You are not a helpless observer of your physical state. You are an active participant, and your greatest tool is your inner voice. That voice can command healing or invite disease. That voice can bring peace or perpetuate chaos. That voice is what your body has been waiting to hear. So stop cursing your body with doubt. Stop chaining it with fear. Begin to tell it what you desire for it to become. Not out of fantasy, but out of faith. Speak to it like a commander speaks to an army. Tell it to align. Tell it to recover. Tell it to be strong. And then back those words with actions, with habits, with love. Because when your body knows your spirit believes in its healing, it will rise to meet that belief. The body responds to belief and emotion because it is not separate from who you are. It is the physical echo of your inner world. Shape your inner world with truth, and your body will begin to heal. Not because you forced it to, but because you finally gave it permission to do what it was created to do. Heal, thrive, live. Words are not just sounds, they are living vibrations, carriers of intention and emotion that reach far deeper than the ears. When you speak, you're not simply forming sentences, you're shaping your reality, sending instructions not just to the world outside you, but to your very cells, your nervous system, your immune function. The words we speak, especially the words we direct toward ourselves, have extraordinary power. They either create harmony or sow disorder. They can generate health or invite sickness. In the matter of healing, words are not optional. They are essential. They are medicine or they are poison. And the body hears them all. Imagine speaking to a child who is hurting. The tone, the gentleness, the affirming power of what you say can either soothe that child into calm or intensify their distress. Now realize that your body responds in exactly the same way. It is always listening, always reacting, always interpreting what you say as truth. So when you say, I am broken, your body believes you. When you say, I will never get better, the body begins to act in agreement with that prophecy. But when you say, I am healing and I am whole, Even if you don't feel it in that moment, you begin to send healing energy into your body. The chemistry of your being begins to shift. Hormones adjust. Cells recalibrate. That one simple change from self-condemnation to self-blessing becomes a catalyst for healing. There is a deep spiritual and biological reality here. The body responds to what the soul declares. And the soul declares most often through the tongue. Ancient wisdom has long understood that the power of life and death is in the tongue, but we often fail to apply this truth with the seriousness it deserves. We think words are harmless. We toss out casual remarks like, "I'm sick of this," or "this pain is killing me," and then wonder why the body deteriorates. Every word matters. Every declaration carries energy. If you continually speak negativity, hopelessness, and dis-ease, then you are programming your body to accept those outcomes. If instead you speak healing, strength, and peace, your body will begin to shift toward those realities. It's not magic. It's not superstition. It's alignment. When your words align with healing, you begin to create a state in which healing is possible. The cells in your body are intelligent, not in a human way, but in a biological divine design kind of way. They respond to frequency, tone, and vibration. Scientists have studied how emotions and vocal tones affect cellular behavior. Angry, fearful speech creates stress responses, elevated cortisol, increased heart rate. Immune suppressed, gentle, encouraging, faith-filled speech does the opposite. It calms the body, reduces inflammation, and supports regeneration. When you speak healing, you're not lying to yourself. You're planting seeds. You're speaking into what can be, not just what is. Even if your body is in pain, even if symptoms are loud and discouraging, your words can cut through the noise and begin to carve a new path. Healing is a journey that often begins with a declaration. That first decision to say, "I am not defeated," even while symptoms persist, is the first battle won. And every repetition of truth, every statement of faith, every gentle instruction to your body, "You are recovering, you are whole, you are strong," reinforces a healing environment. The reason people fail to heal isn't always physical. Sometimes it's because they speak defeat more often than life. They speak the problem more than the solution. They speak the pain more than the promise. But the body hears it all. And when the same words are spoken day after day, "I'm tired, I'm broken, nothing works," the body internalizes those scripts. It accepts them. It adapts to them. It begins to shape itself around that story. That's why changing your words isn't cosmetic. It's foundational. You must speak to your body as though it were sacred, because it is. Speak to it like it matters, because it does. Instead of cursing the part of you that hurts, bless it. Instead of saying, "This pain is ruining my life," say, "This pain is leaving and strength is coming." You are not being naive, you are being powerful. You are using the tool that was placed in your mouth not just to communicate with others, but to heal yourself. Don't wait until you feel better to speak better. Speak now. Speak healing. Speak life. Speak daily. Don't stop. Let your voice become the medicine your body has been aching for. The change may not be instant, but it will come, because the body obeys the voice of the soul, and your words are the soul's command. So let every word be a step toward health, a signal of restoration, a declaration of victory. Speak and you will heal. Pain has a voice. It may not speak in words, but it makes itself known through the body. A tight chest, aching joints, persistent fatigue, sudden illness. These are not just physical events, they are messages. They are the body's way of signaling that something deeper has gone unattended for too long. We live in a world that glorifies ignoring pain. We are taught to push through, numb it, distract ourselves, and label our suffering as weakness. But the truth is, what you ignore will not vanish. It will grow. And when emotional wounds and spiritual disconnection are silenced long enough, they begin to speak through the only channel left, the body. When we suppress grief, pretend not to be angry, or carry unforgiveness like it doesn't matter, the soul becomes heavy. That weight must go somewhere. It settles in the body. Over time, emotional burdens crystallize into physical ailments, the back pain that won't go away, the unexplained fatigue, the headaches that medicine can't quite fix. Often, these are not just physical issues. They're echoes of a deeper truth, a wound unhealed, a trauma unspoken, a heartbreak denied. And the longer we ignore it, the louder the body will cry out. Ignoring the emotional and spiritual roots of illness is like silencing the fire alarm while your house burns. You might not hear the noise anymore, but the damage continues. The body and soul are not separate compartments. They are woven together by divine design. One bleeds into the other. What wounds the heart will soon wound the flesh. That's why true healing is not just about treating the symptom. It's about listening to what the symptom is trying to say. And yet we are afraid to listen. Why? Because listening to the pain means facing it. It means admitting that something is wrong. It means confronting the past, feeling what we've buried, and forgiving what we've held on to for far too long. That kind of inner work is not easy, but it is necessary. Because until we allow ourselves to feel, to grieve, to confront, and to forgive, our bodies will carry the weight we refuse to release. And no pill, no therapy, no temporary relief will create lasting change until the soul finds peace. Your body is not betraying you, it is begging you to pay attention. That tightness in your chest could be the grief you never let out. That anxiety may be the voice you never used. That fatigue might be the inner child in you crying for rest, for love, for safety. Every ache could be a memory unresolved. Every disease a message unopened. The healing process begins the moment you say, I will not ignore this anymore. You cannot silence your body into wellness. You cannot shame it into strength. You must partner with it. You must learn to listen to it like a trusted friend, with patience, with compassion, and with truth. Ask yourself, what is my pain trying to tell me? What part of me is calling out for attention, for acknowledgement, for healing? And when the answers come, as they always do when we ask honestly, do not run from them. Face them. Bless them. Begin to respond with the care and presence you've been withholding. We often think healing begins with a doctor's visit, or a new diet, or a supplement. And those things can help. But the real healing often begins with a decision. The decision to stop ignoring yourself, to stop bypassing your inner world, to stop pretending you're fine when your body knows you're not. Healing begins when you invite your full self, mind, body, soul, into the conversation and say, let's do this together. No more pretending. And when you do that, something sacred begins to shift. The body, now no longer in a battle with your mind, begins to relax. Tension releases, breath deepens, organs function with greater ease. Because now the body knows it's being heard. And being heard is the beginning of being healed. So don't ignore it. Don't dismiss the tightness in your chest, the unease in your gut, the lump in your throat. These are invitations. These are divine signals. They are not your enemies. They are your guides, pointing you back to the parts of yourself that are still waiting to be seen, to be spoken for, to be set free. And when you respond to those signals with love, with courage, with presence, your body will no longer need to scream for your attention. It will rest, it will heal, it will become whole again. Because healing doesn't begin when you cover the wound. Healing begins the moment you stop ignoring the pain. And if you dare to listen, your body will begin to thank you with strength, with life, with health. Within every human body lies an extraordinary capacity for self-repair, regeneration, and renewal. This isn't just poetic language or inspirational thoughts. It is a biological, spiritual, and universal truth. The body was created with intelligence. Every heartbeat, every breath, every healing response to a wound or infection is evidence of a system designed to protect, correct, and restore. But this inner intelligence doesn't operate in isolation. It requires activation, and one of the greatest activators is faith. Faith is not just belief. It is a living force that communicates with the body, ignites hope in the soul, and instructs the physical to align with the spiritual. When you begin to believe that you can heal, when you begin to speak to your body with confidence and expectation, something begins to shift. The healing doesn't start in the flesh. It begins It starts in the spirit, and from there it spreads. The body is not just flesh and blood, it is also energy, vibration, emotion, and memory. It responds to more than medicine. It responds to your mindset, your emotions, and most importantly, your faith. Science can explain part of the picture, the chemical signals, the neural pathways, the hormonal responses, but it cannot fully explain why some people recover against all odds, why some rise from deathbeds, or why peace and forgiveness can reverse disease in ways nothing else could. That realm belongs to something higher. Faith reaches into that space where the body's natural limits are transcended by spiritual authority. And when that faith is activated, the body listens. Faith is not passive. It is not wishful thinking. It is not simply hoping something will change. It is a conscious, deliberate, active agreement with truth that is greater than what you see or feel. When you walk in faith, you are not denying reality. You are choosing which reality to live under. You are saying, though my body feels weak, I will speak strength. Though I feel pain, I will declare healing. Though nothing looks different, I will live as though wholeness is already taking root. And your body, built with divine responsiveness, hears that declaration. It receives it like a command. It begins to obey. The immune system becomes stronger when faith is present. The mind becomes calmer. The heart beats more steadily. Even your posture changes. That's because faith changes the way you carry yourself. It changes the way you speak, the way you breathe, the way you rest. It aligns your entire being with the energy of life instead of the pull of despair. It rewrites the script you've been living by. Instead of, I'm sick and getting worse, or you begin to tell yourself, I am healing and getting stronger. And as that message repeats, as it is spoken, believed, and embodied, the body starts to follow that script. Your healing begins to manifest from the inside out. Too many people wait until healing is visible before they allow themselves to believe. But that's not how it works. The body waits for your belief. It waits for you to give it the signal. That signal doesn't come from a test result. It comes from within, from the soul, from your spoken faith. You can choose to wake up and speak healing over your body before any symptom disappears. You can choose to believe in the process even when progress is invisible. That choice is powerful. That choice is sacred. It tells the body, we are not giving up. We are moving forward. And in response, the body awakens. It begins to do what it was made to do, heal. Faith doesn't guarantee that healing will come exactly as you imagined. It doesn't mean there won't be moments of pain or discouragement, but it does mean that you are no longer working alone. It means you've joined forces with the design embedded within you, a design made to restore. Faith breathes life into that design. It brings light to the darkest places. It allows you to see beyond the moment into what is possible. And that vision energizes the body in ways science cannot measure. Even when others doubt, even when the facts say it's over, faith whispers it's not finished yet. That whisper is all your body needs to keep fighting, to keep repairing, to keep reaching for life. So speak it. Say out loud what you want your body to hear. You are healing. You are strong. You are not defined by diagnosis. You are made for restoration. Don't wait until you feel it. Declare it until you do. Faith is not a feeling. It is a decision. And that decision is powerful enough to change your physical reality. When faith is activated, the body does not remain the same. It begins to align with the vision spoken over it. It begins to come alive. It begins to heal. So stir your faith. Speak your healing. Let your belief become your medicine. Your body is ready to respond. It's simply waiting for your command. Healing is not a passive experience. It is not something that simply happens to you while you remain uninvolved. It is not only the result of doctor's medicine or rest. True healing is a partnership. It's an agreement between your soul and your body, a sacred collaboration in which your active participation is not only welcome, it is required. Your body cannot heal completely without your engagement. It cannot restore itself fully if you are at war with it, disconnected from it, or neglecting the authority you hold over it. You must stand up and speak up for your healing. You must partner with it, nurture it, and guide it as though you were leading a dear friend out of darkness and into light. Many people see their bodies as enemies. They get angry when sickness strikes. They curse the weakness, despise the pain, and withdraw from themselves emotionally. This creates resistance rather than restoration. But healing begins when you change your posture from victim to partner. You stop blaming the body and start listening to it. You stop cursing what's wrong and begin blessing what is right. You stop waiting for a miracle and start participating in one. When you shift into this role of active partnership, your body no longer fights alone. It begins to respond to your leadership, your faith, your voice. You are not meant to be a silent bystander in your own recovery. Every cell in your body is waiting for direction. Every function within you is influenced by what you believe, what you say, and how you choose to live. When you believe you are broken beyond repair, your body adapts to that belief. When you think healing is impossible, your body lowers its defenses. But when you speak life, when you say, I will heal, even before you feel the evidence, your body begins to lean in that direction. Your words create an internal climate where restoration becomes possible. Healing is not just biological. It is psychological, emotional, and spiritual. And it begins with agreement. This agreement means you must stop treating your body like a stranger. You must reconnect. You must care for it not out of duty or frustration, but out of love. Speak to it kindly. Feed it what brings life. Give it rest, not just as a recovery tool, but as an act of reverence. Move it with purpose. Listen to its signals. Respect its pace. When you do these things, you communicate one powerful message. I am with you. I am not against you. We are healing together. That simple shift can unlock strength you didn't know you had. Healing often requires forgiveness of others, yes, but also of yourself. So many people remain sick, not just because of physical illness, but because they carry shame, regret, guilt, or anger toward themselves. They hate their bodies for not being perfect. They punish themselves for past choices. But you cannot heal what you do not love. You must release the need to be perfect and embrace the process of becoming whole. Speak to your body not with judgment, but with compassion. Say, I forgive you. I believe in you. I know you are trying. That simple act of grace can open doors in your body that no medicine could force open. This partnership also means showing up every day, whether you feel strong or weak. It means declaring healing even when symptoms persist. It means being faithful in the small things, taking your vitamins, drinking water, breathing deeply, praying, journaling, letting go of stress, choosing peace over panic. These may seem insignificant, but they send powerful messages to your body. I am here. I am engaged. I have not abandoned you. And the body, when it knows it is not alone, begins to rise to the occasion. There is no greater healing power on earth than love, and love is not passive, it is active, it shows up. It speaks life, it protects, it nurtures, it believes. When you choose to love your body through the healing process, you create the conditions in which miracles can happen. You speak faith when everything screams doubt. You hold on to hope when logic says let go. You partner with the truth that says healing is your inheritance. Wholeness is your design. And then, step by step, your body follows that lead. So don't wait for someone else to do the work. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Begin today. Begin now. Choose to partner with your healing. Speak life to your body. Believe in its design, support its journey, and watch as it responds. Not just with survival, but with strength, with resilience, with restoration. Healing begins the moment you decide to no longer watch from the sidelines, but to step into agreement, into intention, and into the fullness of your God-given ability to be whole again. Your body is ready. Are you? Your healing does not begin when someone lays hands on you or when a prescription is filled. It does not begin the moment a diagnosis is reversed or when the pain disappears. Healing begins the very moment you open your mouth and speak truth to your body. Not just any truth, the truth of your divine design, the truth of your wholeness, the truth that you were created to be well. Your voice carries authority. Your words are not random sounds. They are instructions, commands, and blueprints that your body listens to. Whether you realize it or not, you are always speaking to your body. The question is, what are you saying? You must understand that silence is not neutral. When you choose not to speak healing, your body doesn't stand still. It listens to whatever the dominant message is. And if that message is fear, despair, or defeat, the body aligns with it. But when you speak, when you deliberately and boldly say, I am healing, I am strong, I am whole, you disrupt the silence. You inject new energy into your system. You become the conductor of the healing orchestra within. That is the sacred responsibility and the sacred opportunity you hold. You are not a spectator of your health. You are a participant. And your words are the tools of participation. Many people spend their lives waiting for external change, for the pain to go away, for the doctor's report to improve, for someone else to rescue them from suffering. But healing is not something that finds you while you wait in silence. Healing is something that responds to your call. It answers to your belief. It is activated when you speak. Your words don't just float into the air. They land in your nervous system. They are absorbed by your subconscious. They shape the hormones that regulate stress and recovery. They influence the heart rate, the breath, the muscle tone. They change you at the cellular level. And all of this begins when you speak intentionally. It's not about pretending you feel great when you don't. It's about choosing what narrative you allow to govern your body. When you wake up with pain, you can say, "This pain owns me," or you can say, "This pain is passing and my body is learning to heal." Both statements send different instructions. One shuts the door, the other opens it. One tells your body to surrender, the other tells it to keep moving forward. You cannot underestimate the power of language. What you say becomes what your body believes. And what your body believes becomes what it manifests. Too many people say things without realizing the weight of their words. "I'm just getting old. This will never go away. I'm sick of everything." And slowly, these phrases dig trenches in the soul. The body, hearing them day after day, begins to adjust to this narrative. It shuts down what it once tried to repair. But when you shift, when you begin to speak healing boldly and consistently, your body pays attention. It might not respond instantly, but it hears you. And the more you speak, the more your body begins to believe. You're rewriting the internal story. And every word is a stroke of restoration. Speaking to your body isn't a one-time thing. It's a daily practice, a commitment, a ritual of transformation. You may not see immediate results, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Faithful words are like seeds. They go into the ground unseen, but they take root, they grow underground, and in time they break through the surface with visible life. Speak to your body as you would to a beloved friend who is struggling. Be patient, be encouraging, be consistent. Tell it that you believe in its capacity to recover. Tell it that it was made for life, not for destruction. You must also understand that the words you speak are not just for your body, they are for your soul too. When you say, "I am healing," your soul hears that, and it breathes a little deeper. When you say, "I am not finished," your spirit lifts its head again. And when your spirit rises, your body will follow, because the body is never far behind the soul. When you strengthen one, you strengthen the other. So speak. Speak when it's hard. Speak when it hurts. Speak when you feel nothing is changing. Speak not because you feel like it, but because it's necessary. Your words are the medicine your body has been waiting for. Don't let fear have the loudest voice in your life. Don't let silence write your story. Use your voice. Fill your body with words of life, truth, and faith. Healing begins when your voice returns. And every time you speak healing, your body remembers what it was created to do, to rise, to repair, to live. So I ask you, what are you telling your body today? Because it is listening, it is responding, it is obeying. Stop ignoring the inner voice calling for you to speak with authority. Healing is not waiting on heaven, it's waiting on you. Tell your body the truth and watch what happens. If you truly want to change the state of your health, your energy, your peace, don't just take medicine, become medicine. Speak it, live it, command it. Say this out loud today and every day. I am healed. I am whole. I am walking in divine health. My body knows it. My spirit believes it. And nothing can stop it. That's not just affirmation. That's activation. Don't ignore it. Your healing begins the moment your voice returns.